Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 43 of Gamestack Podcast. I'm Shalene, and joining me today is Vendertron
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
and Rick McVick.
Hi, everybody.
How you guys doing?
Doing good. I see
Good,
that.
Shalene.
I see that vendors in Hawkins, and I have Chief right here.
Yes, Hawkins, Indiana. I have, you may have Chief, but I've got 11.
Oh,
I also have the 11 figurine. Mine is on a shelf just out of view here. So
Happy Stranger Things, everyone.
I'm
I hope
very
you are
excited.
all enjoying the season. You're never going to guess what happened. So this is what happened. I'm just kidding. No spoilers. No spoilers in the chat.
And
Dolly Parton stars in the final.
that would actually be amazing.
I would
Right?
totally jump for Dolly Parton.
Working 9 to 5.
Dolly Parton is the best. She's a national treasure.
Right?
Yes.
Anyways, so that happened. How's it going, Shalene?
Good. I had the day off today because of the holiday. We worked 4th of July so that we could have Friday off and have the 3
Oh, that makes
weekend.
sense.
So,
3-day
So
weekend.
much better than working Friday and not working Thursday.
yes, it was very nice, and I blew up some major artillery last night. We had very massive fireworks, and I was really concerned that I was going to set the town on fire, but I didn't. So that was great, and I was happy. And
Would that be the
America.
first time you set the town on fire, or?
Rick, how was your 4th of July?
I just spent it with my daughter making milkshakes and climbing rocks and being very tired after all of that. So it was good. Oh, and then at night I did the most patriotic thing I could, and that was kill a bunch of Nazis in Wolfenstein.
Killing Nazis, the national sport.
And I played a little Division 2. So it was overall a very patriotic video game night.
And Vendor, how was Canada Day? That was just a couple of days ago.
Well, we didn't fire off any weapons, and we had a little bit of fireworks, but I missed them.
Mm.
So, all in all, it was a win, I think.
I like to pretend that like your fireworks are like the little snake things you just light on and they just go and grow like a little charcoal snake.
No. It's kind of, that scene in Coneheads where he puts the tiny little rocket in the top of the bottle and then he lights it, and then it's like this giant like universe lights up and everybody gets a tan because it's so bright.
My favorite fireworks scene has always been from Joe Dirt. Snakes and sparklers. Well, where's like the Whisker Doos and the with or without the scooter stick? That whole thing where I don't know, it's just great.
Yeah, I mostly missed it. I am crunch time for thesis.
Right,
It's due next Friday to the department, so it's very busy time.
Well, we wish you well, and everybody
Thank you.
send all the good vibes towards Vendertron.
Mhm.
So, not that you need them because you have the skill and the knowledge, and you're going to do amazing, and we're proud of you. So, guys, if you're watching the show live, we would appreciate it if you would host us on Twitch. And if you're not watching us live, we would love it if you would just tell your friends about Gamestack and spread the word. Share our show on your social media and help our audience grow. We usually... pardon?
If you don't like Gamestack, you think like it's one of those podcasts that you don't like, we recommend that you check out That Fallout Show. It's totally not affiliated with Gamestack whatsoever, and it's also really great, so check that out.
So if they're not somebody who likes Gamestack, they're probably not listening right now. But I guess you can pass that message on to your Gamestack hating friends.
Yeah.
We like to open with 5-star review shoutouts. We don't have any new 5-star reviews this time, but I would like to mention that we are still the number 10 gaming podcast in Turkmenistan.
Huh? How about that?
It's amazing. Vendertron, why don't you introduce us to the new people in the Discord community?
Well, it's been a slow week in Discord. Though you wouldn't know it from our stats, they're kind of climbing continually. We would like to welcome Xanadont,
I love that.
as well as Nikki J531 and Morgan Stock. To
I
the
wonder if
Discord.
she's related to Tony or maybe Sansa.
Yeah, I think, I like to blame the national holidays across North America for the plateau in our graph of new users to the Discord, because it just goes up and up and up and up, and then as soon as July 1st hits, it kind of just like flattens out.
It's people are like just blowing their hands off with that.
So, if you're listening, share the show and let's get some new people in the Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, all you got to do, scroll down right below us on the left side of the screen. There's a Discord link that'll bring you right into the survey, but don't get distracted because we still have a show to do. You can also find our link on social media. If you send us a personal message, we will get that to you as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Vendor. And let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show today and talk about some news. Rick, what's coming out in the month of July?
Well, first and foremost, coming out on July 4th, we've got 1976 Flight Simulator, or 1776 Flight Simulator. For those of you living in America, you'll get that joke. Anyway.
Oh.
I was like, huh?
Oh dear.
Bad.
Yeah. The worst.
Pilot to Bombardier. This is Paul Revere. So.
2 if by sea, 3 if by air.
Anyway, so we got a few games already out because it's the 5th of July, so let's not dilly-dally. You can now get Apex Legends Season 2 on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. You can get Final Fantasy XIV Online Shadowbringers DLC on PC and PlayStation 4. You can also get Red Faction. This title hurts. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered Edition on the Switch. Just Cause 4 Los Dominion. What is that? Shalene, help. Demonios?
Okay, I would say Los Demonios, which
Okay.
means probably the demons.
The demons.
Do you
That's
say
the
so?
On PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. Stranger Things 3, the game, which Vendertron is just happy with right now on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox, and Switch. That's out. What Remains of Edith Finch is out for the Switch, and Wonderblade, which is that like a Wonder Bread cutting simulation?
Wonderblade. It's all like polka dotted.
That's on PC and today you can now get Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. So there's never going to be a third. That's on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox, and Switch. Sea of Solitude on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. They are billions on the Xbox, and that ends the games that you can get right now. But coming up July 9th, we've got Bear With Me, The Lost Robots on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox, and Switch.
Missed an opportunity there.
But then we've also got Bear With Me, the Complete Collection.
Okay,
Quick
what do you
thing up
think
the
Bear
survey.
With Me is?
Well, it's a play on a word, so it's BEAR.
Yeah, like a bear companion.
It's
And,
gotta
like,
be
So
like some kind of bear adventure game.
bear with me.
I mean,
Bear with me
apparently-
for a moment. Lost
Okay.
robots. Looks good. Looks real good. Side scroller, I think. Kind of.
Did he lose robots?
It's black and white.
Interesting.
Very monochromatic.
I feel like the next one could be called Bear With Me, The Right to Bear Arms.
Nice.
Could be
Yes, America edition. No, this looks like it's set in the late 30s. Looks very antiquated. I like
Bear
it.
with me. The complete
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
It's all about that prohibition.
Anyway, Senran Kagura Peach Ball. What? Oh, that's stupid. Senran Kagura Peach Ball on July 9th on the Switch, of course. And also on PlayStation 4 on July 9th, you can get They Are Billions. Billions and billions and billions and billions. On July 10th, you can get Soul Seraph, S-O-L Seraph, which is kind of a cool name. Soul, Sun, Seraph. From PC at PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch. You can get Space Dance on the PC on July 10th. You can get Blazing Chrome, which is the opposite of Chrome browser, because it is
No,
not blazing.
no. It's Chrome when it's not working. which
Right.
is Really.
It just I'm blazed, man. Chrome is so bad. On PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch on July 11th. Also on July 11th, you can get Professor Lupo and His Horrible Pets on PC and Switch. Dragon Quest Builders 2 comes out on July 12th for PlayStation 4 and Switch. God Eater 3 comes out on Switch on July 12th as well. Oh, here's one for vendor. On July 16th, you can get Sims 4 Island of Living expansion for PlayStation 4 and Xbox.
Woohoo!
Try not to
I
burn
guess-
me to death this time.
Yeah. I think this time I'll just let you drown.
That was so funny. It was so funny to watch live.
It was amazing.
Well, if you would like to relive the experience, you can watch the recording on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Vendertron. So
On July 16th as well, you can get Summer Catchers for PC. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, comes out on July 19th for the Switch. And Beyond: Two Souls, PC, July 22nd. EA Access hits PlayStation 4 on July 24th, and on July 25th, you can get Kill la Kill What? On PC. No, that's literally it. Kill la Kill space if.
Hamlet time.
That's odd.
I don't.
I
Yeah,
don't.
okay.
On July 25th, you can also get Songbird Symphony on PlayStation 4, PC, and Switch. On July 26th, you can get Fire Emblem Three Houses. On the Switch, July 26th is Kill la Kill on PlayStation 4 and Switch. Wolfenstein Youngblood comes out on July 26th for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch. I am looking forward to that like crazy. The Blackout Club, otherwise known as All of Us Who Drink Jaeger, is on July 30th for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. Mutant Year Zero, Seed of Evil, comes out for PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch on July 30th. And Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, ADFX-01 Morgan DLC. Sheesh. Somebody shoot that game down.
Wow.
That comes out on July 31st. That's for a diehard Ace Combat fan. I didn't even think they were still making those games.
Dang, that's a heck of a title there. Well, that sounds like there's a lot of games to play in the month of July. So, yeah, those are definitely games for sure. The only one I'm really excited about is Wolfenstein.
Me too.
I need to catch up on the other ones, and so I'm caught up on the story for this one. So.
If you have any time left over that's free from playing all those games, fill it with free games.
That's a
Let
good
it be.
idea.
Yeah. PlayStation Plus. Well, there was a couple things. The titles were originally announced as Horizon Chase Turbo and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. But due to much rejoicing, on July 2nd, PES 2019 was replaced by Detroit Become Human. And according to a report by GameSpot, the decision to switch those titles was made by Sony without the agreement of Konami or the knowledge of the Pro Evolution Soccer team. So, yeah. On Xbox Games Vis Gold, you can get Inside, July 1st through the 31st. Big Crown Showdown, which I guess is just a medieval sim. July 16th through the 15th. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, July 1st through the 15th. And Meet the Robinsons, July 16th through the 31st. Twitch Prime will get you a ukulele.
What?
As someone who hates ukuleles, I hate this game already.
Well, you say it wrong. That's probably why you hate it. So.
What? No, ukulele.
No, it's ukulele. I mean, any true musician would know that, Rick.
Is
So-
yours within arm's reach, Vendertron?
So
No, it's not. But
Can you
next
give us
time,
an ukulele solo?
I will plan for that next time.
quick side note. I work at a music shop, and we had some ukuleles come in.
Ah,
Some finish cracks, and the company's like, well, it's cheaper to just destroy them than for us to have them back and fix them. So we need video evidence of you destroying them.
Yikes.
And one of our managers was having a really bad day, and he's like, I got this. So 2 of them became axe thrown against a brick wall.
Wow.
Got just baseball batted up against the brick wall. We got
do they not ship them with like humidity bags or like?
for $50 ukuleles? No.
Oh, they're cheapos. That's
Oh
why.
my gosh, yes. Vendor. What do you call 300 ukuleles under 10 feet of sand at the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know.
A good start and not enough sand. Anyway, also on Twitch Prime, you can get Cultist Simulator, which is a Jim Jones special, and The Escapists on Twitch Prime. And also on Epic, you can get Overcooked through July 11th, and from July 11th to the 18th, you can get Torchlight. And Vendor, I believe you have a bone to pick with Stranger Things 3?
Well, okay, so you know how we're talking about free things, right?
Of
Right.
course.
You know what's not free, you guys? The Stranger Things 3 game. It's not free, okay? If y'all remember, it was free on mobile the first time it came out, and that was really cool, and it was really fun to play. I played the whole thing 3 times because I liked it so much. Yeah, it's not free this time. It's $20 on Steam. What?
So I'm not against developers getting paid for the games that they make, but free to $20 is a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
Is there any evidence of a quality increase that is
From what I can see, it's still a 2D isometric. So
Or
yeah,
a 16-bit look?
yeah, it's
Nice.
and I mean that's not a bad thing.
No.
I think that's cool, but I feel like they are charging a lot this time around because it was free the first time around.
yeah, the
And
last game seemed like a marketing tool for the
like if it was $10 the first time around and $10 this time around, I wouldn't be as much up in arms about it.
Or even if it was $10.
Which would beg the question, why am I even mad about it right now? I would have spent $20 anyways.
Yeah,
But I don't know. It just seems a little bit extreme for a game that really doesn't have a lot to it.
Shalene, I like what you said, that it's like the first one was a marketing tool, I feel like, yeah, the first one was a marketing tool, and the second one's price was because of a marketing tool. Get it? Yeah.
Okay, see what you did
Do
there.
you guys remember how when I played the first Stranger Things game, I was like, "There's foreshadowing. This game is
Yeah.
foreshadowing for what's coming in the next season." Well, I was right.
Yeah, you were.
I was right. So watch it. Watch it. I don't want to spoil it, but watch it. It's good.
I can't wait, man. I'm so excited to watch this show.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well,
that's all I wanted to complain about.
speaking of complaints, some complaints were called in to the police at Seacliff State Beach in Monterey Bay when a cosplayer who was taking photos with her giant sniper rifle that was part of the cosplay alarmed some fellow beachgoers who reported to the media and the police that there was a person with a giant sniper rifle walking around on the beach.
But she's scantily clad with a black crayon.
She's in stilettos.
I know, carrying a rifle.
You
and they're
can't
like,
get that
"Oh,
kind of
it's gonna be a scooter.
stabilization with the.
Gonna be
Ugh.
a scooter on sand.
Oh yeah, she's super does not look very threatening in these photos.
She's also holding the gun upside down.
Not even on the trigger guard.
She
By
does
the
look
way.
incredibly fabulous in her
Absolutely.
outfit. She looks great. Good job
Who
with your
carries a
cosplay.
sniper rifle like that?
Someone who doesn't use a sniper rifle.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so good. Woo.
I feel like, there was a few
God
guys
bless
that are
America.
Like, well, if I get shot by her, fine. What
I
do
love
I
when
do?
these cosplays go wrong. We had a guy in Fort McMurray, Alberta, who was wearing the full Fallout New Vegas Ranger outfit, and he had a rifle, a imitation or a replica rifle, and they called in like military police, and they just like had this guy on the ground in like 5 seconds. It was awesome. Anyways,
Poor
yeah.
guy, man. Poor guy.
I love when these cosplays go wrong because it's just like,
Aloal and Archon both said, I carry my sniper rifle while wearing stilettos. Doesn't everyone?
ayo.
Oh man, that's amazing. That's so good. Well, I just wanted to report on this. It was just fantastic because I can absolutely see this happening.
Relate?
Yeah, it's oh yeah.
As in you were on a beach,
Yes,
scantily clad
on
with the
beach,
sniper
scantily
rifle?
clad with the sniper rifle, yes. Been there. I've been
See,
there.
I would be the type of cosplayer that this would actually happen to, and that's
Mhm.
why I don't do cosplay, because I
Yeah.
would just get taken out by some.
You have terrible
Yeah.
luck with that kind of thing, though. Like, and for me, it's the opposite. People would just be like, "Hey, cool rifle," you know, because it looks so non-threatening.
Cute.
Yeah,
Shoot that balloon over there.
exactly. I look so non-threatening that just like nobody cares what I'm doing.
Do you think people called it in because it was a bigger gun? What if she had like a small handgun? Do you think people would have still
I
freaked out
do,
about
yeah,
it?
because it was rather realistic looking. You know, it wasn't a bright color or you know it was.
I mean, it looks like an airsoft like SVD replica. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like it's fake. It's not like it's fake looking like not Cloud's Buster Sword, but the
Mhm.
one sword gun from Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess it's better to err on the side of safety sometimes, but that was a silly story and I just had to share it.
I love how she's standing. There's a picture of her standing there looking at a child sitting in the sand, and the child's just looking up at her like, yeah, this is
Do
the
it.
kind of role models we have in the world.
It's so good. I don't know. I think there's no better way to spend a nice summer day than wearing stilettos on the beach with a sniper rifle. But there you go. So
Mhm.
let's talk about some more internet weirdness. This was the week of internet weird stories. So Twitch announced a new feature that's proven to be really controversial, and it's subscriber only streams. So it's a new feature that a streamer can activate so that only people who have paid subscriptions can watch that particular stream. So some people are really upset about it. I think it's not a huge deal. If you don't want to watch somebody that is using it, then just don't watch them. Find one of the other 9 billion streamers out there and watch them instead.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
But the thing that I wanted to point out is that many game companies and publishers have terms of service that state that if you want to make a video out of the game, you cannot require people to pay you money to watch that video. So this could potentially violate the terms of service for companies including Blizzard, Valve, Riot, and CD Projekt Red. I'm just going to read you a couple of examples. Blizzard's video policy says, neither you nor the operator of any website where your productions may be viewed can force a viewer to pay a fee to be able to view your productions. Valve's reads, use of our content in videos must be non-commercial. By that we mean you can't charge users to view or access your videos. You also can't sell or license your videos to others for a payment of any kind. And Riot and CD Projekt have similar terms of service, so yeah, that could prove to be some pretty interesting legal snafus for streamers using this feature in the future. What do you guys think?
Well, go ahead.
I pay money so that I don't have to watch ads on Twitch. I will not pay more money to watch people where I could have watched them for free after not having to watch an ad because I paid for it. So, I mean,
Do you have to pay to be a subscriber to someone?
Yes, you can follow someone for free, but the subscribing is a fee thing. So,
how do you not know that?
well, we haven't monetized our channel or anything.
I know, but there's it's a whole subscription service on. Anyways,
I thought that the
I
follow
see
thing was basically subscribing.
I see subscriptions as a donation to the streamer. but I would almost 100% wager a guess that Twitch is taking a cut of this subscriber only feature. And I don't know for certain if the monthly subscriptions, if Twitch takes a cut of that as well. I'm under the impression
sure
that
they do.
it fully goes to the streamer, but with some small admin fee or something. But I would imagine that Twitch is going to stand to make a pretty good dollar from this, and I think it's a little bit silly.
I can really see the value for a bigger streamer to want to reward their financial supporters with a special occasional stream for the people who are financially supporting their channel. But I really don't see this as being something that a lot of people are going to take advantage of.
I don't think so, especially having had it free for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you look at it, like, we pay money to get certain channels for cable. Like, we pay extra money to have HBO. I don't see the difference. But if I had HBO free this whole time, I would definitely not pay money, knowing that it could have been free. And so, yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I can do without watching people that I have to pay for.
And I also think it's safe to say that we'll never do that on WJLG.
Oh, yeah.
No, of course not. You guys do not have to worry about that here.
You heard it here, folks.
So, speaking of CD Projekt Red, I guess this is kind of tangentially speaking of CD Projekt Red. They've released some pictures from the Witcher Netflix show, and I'm really excited about it. Henry Cavill in his Geralt costume looks amazing. He looks so fabulous. And the actress that plays Yennefer, and there are also some photos of the Ciri character in her costume as well, and they all look amazing, and I'm really excited about it. So the costumes are really well done. So
it reminds me of
see, look at how dreamy he looks in his Geralt outfit.
But he's not supposed to be dreamy.
Yes, he is.
No.
You're not attracted to men, so you don't get it.
That is not
So.
entirely
No, I
true.
have to agree with Rick on this one. The chin is rather wide. It's too wide. I can't handle it.
Okay, so you guys just have bad taste in men.
No.
No, look at that chin. You could cut glass with that.
Exactly.
Well,
he looks great.
Use the sword. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not talking about the one in his hands, folks.
what I'm getting at is the character in The Witcher is always supposed to be a bit fear-striking. He has like the weird eyes and the scar on the face, and he's not supposed to be dashing and handsome. He's supposed to be rough and gruff and kind of like...
Yes, and he's all of those things as well.
No, he's not.
But also very dreamy. Like I don't know if he like
you
game
watch it and
Geralt
salivate
is extremely dreamy.
This is Legolas, and it should be. Why did the name slip my head?
Aragorn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's good, and you think it's terrible, and
I didn't say it was terrible.
it's fine. We can disagree and be happy. See, look, down here is a little screenshot of Game Geralt. Isn't he also extremely dreamy?
He has a beard that helps.
He
him
looks
out.
scruffy.
Yeah, but the shows are based in the books, and
He's got a scar.
Book Geralt hates beards, so yeah, it's a thing. Like it's part of his personality.
I honestly don't even know why I care, because I'm never gonna watch this and I'm never gonna play the game. So
Korak Snag in chat says his chin will randomly shrink in mid-scene.
Oh, that would be amazing.
just if the light catches it just right.
Yeah, it'll like lens flash everyone like, oh
Yeah.
I can't see.
Ah, my eyes.
Chin. It's reflective.
Speaking of
You're
lens
so dreamy.
flashes, did you guys ever play Alan Wake?
Yes.
Alan Wake was one of my favorites of the last generation, and it had this great mechanic where you couldn't really hurt the enemies until you had flashed them with the flashlight. It was really cool. We should play that maybe for a Survival Horror Sunday sometime. But I loved Alan Wake. I really loved it. I've been waiting and waiting for Alan Wake 2. It's never happening. But maybe it might happen, because Remedy, the developer of Alan Wake, has acquired the rights to the series, to the franchise, from Microsoft. So This is a game that was previously only available on PC and Xbox 360, but now that Remedy has those rights back, they could bring it to any other platform they wanted. They could bring that to PlayStation, they could bring it to Steam, anywhere they want. And that's pretty great. So they could bring it to different platforms. They've stated to GameSpot in an interview that that's all they have to announce right now is that they could bring Alan Wake to different platforms. But I think it's unlikely that they would spend the money to acquire the license without planning to make another game in the series. So I am very excited for that. I guess I'm the only one. That's okay.
I mean, I played it, but it was very much like Resident Evil 4, an action horror, but more action.
Yeah, it was
horror.
like Resident Evil 4 if it was fun to play.
What? Resident Evil 4 was super fun.
Resident Evil 4 is terrible to play.
No, it's not.
I know that's an extremely unpopular video game opinion, but
It's wrong.
yeah, I can't get through that game. But Alan Wake was cool. It's it has a very Stephen King-esque
Yeah.
vibe to it. It's a very Shalene game. Very Shalene game. So
And I think that's it. I think it's very. I think just the aesthetic is more towards you, where Resident Evil is just. I'm biased towards it because I like that series anyway.
mm-hmm. Indeed. I don't know how to segue into this next one, guys. I've got nothing. Yeah, I've got nothing. There's a
Speaking
streamer.
of a Stephen King novel.
There's a streamer. Her name is Belle Delphine, and she has begun selling her bath water.
What?
She's selling jars of her bath water.
What?
She has she's stocked 500 jars of her bath water in her online store, and it is sold out at $30 a pop. She's made $15,000 selling her bath water.
What?
Yes. She's 19 years old, from the UK. Cute, very, very cute girl. I don't know if she's a good streamer. I've never watched her stream, but what she says is that, so there's this joke in the community among gamers where they will comment on a post saying, "Let me drink your bath water." Although it's a joke, I just found kind of funny the idea of turning it into a reality and actually letting people own my bath water. So in 2 days, she sold 500 jars of her bath water, and it's sold out. She can't take enough baths to keep up with the demand. And
Oh, man.
I just don't know what to say about this. Like, I just... Guys, it's a joke in the community that let me drink your bathwater? She's
not.
part of a different community.
No,
than we
she's
are.
not even part of the.
Yeah.
This is not normal.
Like, but we would like to announce the monetization of We Just Love Games is beginning. Our merch store is happening. You can buy jars of Rick's bathwater for $30.
So,
I will send you a container of my beard trimmings. You can, sprinkle them about the house. Okay, so maybe four things come to my mind. Number one, how does this person sleep at night?
probably really soundly. in
On
the
a
house.
bed of money.
Second thing, that is like the most. That is absolutely revolting. That is revolting. So second thing, there are many orifices that have touched that water. Just saying.
Yeah,
That is
I think
disgusting.
I think that's the lure, Vendor. I think that's the appeal.
Third, from a public health perspective, that's got to be in violation of something.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be violating something. There's something there that is not legal.
Yeah, it's
Violating
not
the
in this
soul.
particular article, but I was reading about this on a different website, and it did state that there's like a label on the water that says this is not for drinking. It is only for
Non-potable
sentimental purposes.
Yeah, let me send you a container of my skin slough off, submerged in liquid, because that's great. I hope that her life, next story.
I'm actually like, get it, girl. Like, if people are willing to do this, like, you make your money. Like,
yeah, I know. There's that element. Like, if you can dupe idiots to like give you money, like, I get it.
I mean, of course it's abhorrent. It's totally abhorrent. But like, I support her right to do it.
Of course we do. Of course we do. But it's utterly nutty. I mean, like, if someone were to pay me $20 per toenail, boy, would I be selling clippings.
I think I would have to charge more than $20 before I would feel okay about that. But I don't think I'd ever feel okay about that. But I'm sure there's a price that I would agree to.
But there's the whole subculture of like, see, I thought that we got past the whole like booth gamer girl thing.
No, it just got worse.
And they just went on Twitch.
It just got worse.
And there were totally booth babes at E3.
Were there?
Yeah, there was a whole troop of bikini girls handing out energy drinks.
As someone, well, that's
yeah. They had like dance routines on a stage. When I first came around that corner, there was a girl in a bikini doing a handstand splits, while some dude stood above her, like staring down, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
I saw into the abyss.
So where is this person from in the world?
She's from the UK.
But
wow, that's even more surprising.
This is what I was gonna say. I feel like because this culture, this whole like wig, like let's doll ourselves up to look like anime or whatever. I feel like it sends such a bad message to like gamer girls. Like, is that just me? That it's like you have to be at like this level of beauty to ride the ride, which is being a gamer girl.
Well, like, I see your point, but I really think that like shaming people for wearing revealing clothes and I'm not saying you're shaming this girl, but like for wearing revealing clothes and doing the full dolled up look, and I feel like that's just as bad as saying that someone who's not as attractive doesn't belong in the community. You know, I think people should look however they want to look and dress however they want to dress. And
I don't think that this story belongs on this show. No, I don't, because this is an endorsement by Pornhub, and we don't endorse that. And I don't think that this story should be on the show. That's all I have to say.
And I think what's funny is, and I think my mind just went there, that I'm more upset about the people that it brings out of the woodwork.
Oh God, you guys are
than the person who's doing it. But it's so much easier to like point fingers at the person doing it that brings the people out of the woodwork. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to miss. It's easy to miss the target. But I don't know. It's such a weird phenomenon that it can go. It's two different sides of that coin where it's like, yeah, do your thing, but and there's the flip side of like maybe there's people out there that are like, that's what I have to be, you know. And,
I totally get it. About it.
How many vulnerable people has this like hurt, and then all of a sudden they turn to something dark? I don't know. I
think it's abhorrent. I think it's totally abhorrent, personally, but I do support her right to do it.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not saying don't.
I mean, do you have to have like a transportation of dangerous goods to ship that out of country? Or because it's like, what if you get it, you order it and you get it and you're like, oh man, mine leaked.
Well, there are laws about shipping liquids.
Gross, right?
You know, as a postal worker, you have to pack liquids in adequate packing material that it would soak up any leakage that happened. So,
yes.
Does she pack it in her own hair?
Red Dead Redemption 2 might come to PC.
Speaking of leaks. That was the segue, Rick. That was the...
I just had to bail out.
No, that's good.
Yeah, we were stuck in that moisture for too long.
What is it? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater?
In this case, please throw the baby out. Throw it out with the bathwater.
Throw the bathwater out. That's all.
This. Celine.exe is not working.
Do the story.
So, beautiful news to my ears. Red Dead Redemption 2 might be coming to the PC. A port has yet to be confirmed, but there's more evidence of it releasing. And I, for one, am excited because I like playing Red Dead 2 on the PlayStation 4. However, I can't aim at all with joysticks anymore, and I'd love to have a mouse in my hand when I go to shoot baddies with this game. So I'm excited for this. I know that if it comes out for the PC, I will not have any more time ever because this is all I will do.
Yeah, I might actually play this.
And,
is Red Dead Redemption like the first one on PC?
Yeah.
I don't think it ever came to PC.
No, it's PlayStation. It's PlayStation.
That's
only.
why I never played it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If Red Dead 2 comes to PC, are we gonna all get it so that we can like ride horses and rob trains and stuff?
Oh,
I mean, I would
absolutely.
love to. Is it multiplayer?
There's a
Yes.
multiplayer mode. You know how Grand Theft Auto
Cool.
has like GTA
Oh, that's
Online?
fancy.
It's
Hey,
that, but
little.
with
Hey, pretty
horses.
lady.
Um,
Just gonna tie up my horse for a second here.
on this note, they also said that jars of Arthur Morgan's bathwater will be available for purchase.
Hey, vendor! Why don't you tell us about the world of Gamestack?
As of 4:15 Mountain Time, as of today, Sony closed at 55.03, up $1.62. And Shalene, I think you sold your stock, didn't you?
I did last time on live on GameStock. I finally sold my underperforming Sony stocks, and they're now the highest they've been since I bought them, and I'm furious about it.
Nice.
Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, that's how it goes. Well, anyways, Microsoft is down 5 cents. Woo-hoo-hoo. Don't get your panties in a knot. It closed at 137.07. Nintendo is up $2.21, closed at 46.76. Take-Two at 117.23, up almost $5.
Ooh.
Activision closed at 48.15, up $2.41. And Ubisoft closed at 16.08. That was up about 31 cents. And I would like to point out that in our previous episode of GameStock, we misreported the Ubisoft stock price at $75, and that was in that was the European stock price. So we'd like to report on the U.S. stock prices, and so in the U.S., Ubisoft is selling at 16.08. EA is down 60 cents, closed at 93.59, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the market overall right now is kind of stable, but I think people are a little bit nervous about what is coming.
Yeah.
But hold fast. Don't sell. That's how market crashes happen. Don't sell out of fear. Hold fast, everyone. Hold fast.
I wondered if, since we were like Sony's at 75, if we like caused a shift. Like if people, what is that blue drink that you're?
Oh, it's branched chain amino acids. I went to the gym before the show, so.
Oh.
I was like, Bacardi, rum.
No, it's just energy.
BCAAs.
Yeah.
It looks like something you would order from Guinan on the Enterprise.
I was thinking
I
that.
love Guinan. Romulan ale. Yeah. Yeah.
So guys, I've sold my Sony stocks, and I need to buy a new stock now. I need to reinvest my little stock money into a new gaming stock. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to tweet at me at Shalene L. Send an email to info@weJustLoveGames.com, and I'll buy some new stocks before next time. So, why don't we have a little chat about what we've been playing? Rick, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I've actually been playing a little bit of, well, I think I mentioned before on the show that I was gifted an Xbox One S. The family was, and so as a family, we got Xbox Gold and then the Game Pass when it was like $1. And I tried out Prey for the PC, and Shalene, when you and Vendor were streaming it, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Is that a twirly whirl? And I tried it. I played it for a little while, and it did not hold my interest.
Mm-hmm.
Is your house on fire?
No, that was a really big crash of thunder. So if my electric goes out, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it like shook the
You had me a little worried there.
Yeah.
Well, it went on for like 30 seconds straight.
Somebody spoke his recall code or something.
So anyway, yeah, Prey did not hold my interest, and I don't know why. I found the game laborious in a way. It wasn't anything to do with the game's fault. It just was not my cup of tea. Yeah, so I tried playing that for a little while. I went back on an RDR, Red Dead Redemption 2 kick. So I've been playing that a lot. It's been super fun, and I noticed that when I started my character up, he was almost all the way in the red, like I was evil. So I was like, it's time to turn my life around. Couldn't live with myself anymore. I went to have a talk with like the camp's like therapist or whatever, and he's like, I've been killing folk, innocent folk, and I don't know why. And so I was like, I'm clearly conflicting Arthur Morgan in his morality. So I've been doing things to help people, trying to do nicer things. I did find one guy, this drunk guy on a bench, and he's like, they took everything I had. I had honor and a career. And, so he's like, if I could just get my gun and my watch and my ledger back, yeah. And so I was like, all right, I'll go get it for you. So I go to this guy's house, find the watch. I go to open the trap door to go down to the basement, and two guys jump me that were squatting on the place, so I killed them and took the old pistol back. So I had the watch and the pistol. And I go downstairs, and there's shackles and chains all attached to the poles of the basement, and I found a ledger that has the ledger he's looking for that has names and money amounts next to it, because apparently he was a runaway slave catcher, and he also sold slaves.
Yikes.
So Arthur Morgan despises slavery, and so you find the guy at his camp, and you throw the gun, you throw the watch on the ground, you call him a couple choice names, and you take his ledger and you throw it in the fire he's sitting in front of, and he tries to like get it out of the fire, and it catches on fire a little bit, burns the edges, and he starts crying, I had honor, I had a country back. Because like the Civil War took away his job or whatever, so he didn't have any work, he was poor and stuff. So the game like lets you take control again of Arthur Morgan. The guy's on all fours, crying in front of the fire, like, and I'm sitting there, and I'm standing there, and it's like, yeah, this seems like good justice. Like he has everything, and he's crying, and I feel like this, it's poetic, because I'll walk away and he'll have nothing for the rest of his life. And then I pulled out my pistol and shot him in the head.
Of course you did.
And he fell forward into the fire and just went and lit up. And I was like, oh, that was nice. So yeah, the one thing I hate about this game, oh man, I hate about this game is if I'm on my horse and I select my shoulder weapons, like my rifle and shotgun and stuff, and then I get off said horse, I don't have those weapons equipped anymore. And it's like, if I'm shooting with my lever action and I jump off my horse, I should be able to have my lever action still in my hands. I cannot tell you how many times I get ambushed on the road and I'm firing on my horse, and my horse is like just strutting around like this, trying to shoot while it's just doing this. It's a pain. So I'll get off the horse and I'll go to aim, but I have no weapons equipped. And I'm like, I was just shooting with my rifle. Like, what and then I look at my inventory and my rifle is still on my horse. And I'm like, I just got off with it in my hands. So like that's caused a lot of issues, and my horse has almost died a few times because of that. So yeah, but other than that, Red Dead Redemption 2 is so much fun. I love being a little evil in the game, because you're allowed to be, you're an outlaw. And yeah, so I've been playing that. Last night, in honor of the 4th, I played a lot of Wolfenstein. and I was playing the DLCs as Gunslinger Joe and Silent Death. And the Silent Death episodes were really good, but man, they were far too short for being like an assassin-y type character. But the stories were really good, and I wished, I wished that the Silent Death one was a little longer. And the other thing about assassin games, man, there's not enough long-range assassin games these days. Like with color and stuff like that. It's like for instance, you have Sniper, and then Hitman can be long distance, and those are like two good games of that nature. Or not Sniper, Sniper Elite.
Yeah.
But like Dishonored, Wolfenstein, the Assassin, there's like no snipey snipes. It's just like kind of up close and stuff. And I don't know. I like that thing of like staying in a building really far away and making a long range shot.
Mm-hmm.
So playing the Wolfenstein DLCs, and then on the Xbox, I downloaded while Doom is downloading. I have Resident Evil 5. I was like, I love this game. This was pretty cool. And I started playing Resident Evil 5 again and was like, this is dated. Dated. I mean, it's amazing on how dated it. You can't move and shoot. The graphics don't look very good. It feels quite clunky. And I remember at the time it feeling pretty smooth. But that's not the case at all. So I stopped playing Resident Evil 5 and just went back to playing Resident Evil. Yeah, that was what I was doing. We did play some Sea of Thieves, but I'll let you get into that, Shalene.
Okay. Vendor.
Why don't you go ahead, Shalene? Just go right into Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So, Sea of Thieves. We played some Sea of Thieves a couple of days ago, the three of us, and it was fabulous. We had the best time. And we got on a ship and just launched off into the ocean. It was great. We ran across a ghost ship, and the guys were like, "Hey, you want to attack this ghost ship?" We're like, "Sure, yeah, let's attack the ghost ship." So we fought this ghost ship. It was a terrible, long, drawn-out battle.
Before you go into that, I just want to interrupt and say, these two did not want to do the ghost ship, and I was like, "Why not? YOLO! Let's do it! Come on, everyone!" So yes, that's when we engaged. Continue, Shalene.
And we should mention the first volley the ghost ship did blew me and Shalene off the boat.
It
Yeah,
did.
and then I turned around. I was like shooting off. No, I was fixing the bow underneath the ship, and I come up, and everyone was gone. There was no one driving the ship.
Hey guys, you ready to fight the...
Me and Rick are just swimming in the ocean, waiting for the mermaid Uber to show up, and it was so funny. It was so funny.
And
It was pretty good.
And I did harpoon the ghost ship before that volley. And so me and Shalene are floating in the water, and I'm watching the ghost ship go away, and there's our ship just tethered to
It
it.
tracked along.
In hindsight, harpooning the ghost ship was probably the best thing we could have done.
Yes.
Probably was.
Because we kept speed with them, and we were able to hit them with all we had. So
It was so great. And
Yeah.
and Vendor jumped over and was fighting on the decks
That's
of the
right.
ghost ship.
yeah, I did a what is it? Ahoy, ahoy, silver, away!
That's not at all.
No, what is it?
That's not pirates,
is
dear.
That's not...
Is it Ivanhoe? Is that what it is? I can't remember.
No, you're doing the Lone Ranger right
Yeah.
now.
I
But it's fine. You swashbuckled over to the enemy ship very bravely, with your cutlass in your teeth, and you fought the skeletons on the ghost ship, and it was glorious.
Mm-hmm. I
And
killed the
we-
captain too.
Mm-hmm, you did. And we did come out of this fight on top. We sank the ghost ship, and then we were like, well, there's nothing. There are no chests. Like, what's going on? And eventually, I think it was Vendor who spotted something sparkling in the water. So we jumped in and swam over there, and it's like a quarter mile away. And Vendor and I just jump in the ocean and we start swimming. And,
Yeah,
and Rick's
like
like,
glitter.
I'll bring the boat. So Rick pulls the boat in behind us, and sure enough, there were 2 of the grog chests that make you behave drunkenly when you carry them.
Yeah, those are
Um,
fun.
Oh, it was so fun. There were a bunch of chests. There were some skulls, all kinds of great loot. We were really happy. And we went on with our questing. And a little bit later on, we found this island, and there was an NPC there, and his name was Harry. And I talked to Harry, and he gave me a box of silk fabric. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, this is great. And I brought it back to the ship, and Rick is like, where's this silk have to go? So he sets a course for the Silk Island, and we sail to the Silk Island. And I grab the silk, and I jump off the boat into the water to take it to the island, and the silk gets wet and ruins. And the silk was spoiled. It was totally ruined by being dunked in the water. So if you find any silk in Sea of Thieves, keep it out of the water.
Yeah.
And
Lesson learned.
so we went shopping for clothes. It was great. My character is now a glowing golden conquistador in golden armor and the golden conquistador helmet, and it's fabulous. And I hear Rick and Vendor shopping for hats, and they're so happy. And Vendor comes out, and Rick's like, "Look at my hat." And Vendor says a bad word. They had bought the same hat.
Yep. I'm like,
So
look at my.
they were twinsies, rocking the same hat. It was adorable. I thought it was pretty precious. And Vendor and I were just kind of hanging out on the dock, not doing much. And Rick is on the ship waiting for us to get back on. And I'm just standing on the dock. And then the next thing I know, I'm flying backwards through the air. And the next thing I know, I'm standing on the deck of the ship next to Rick.
Incredibly
He had
convenient.
harpooned me. He had harpooned me like a cartoon.
The pirate's teleporter, if you will.
Yeah.
And neither of us knew that this was possible, so we just
Didn't.
lost it. We laughed so hard at this. It was just ridiculous. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
It was good. And we also ran into Captain Bones on Sea of Thieves. One of the skeletons was called Captain Bones. So,
Captain Adam Bones.
yes, I believe Captain Bones' name is Adam. So,
Yes.
Too.
So, Captain Bones, if you're listening, did you
They-
actually have a hand in the making of this game?
I don't. Somebody on the Sea of Thieves team is a fan of Captain Bones. So,
Apparently.
as they should be. Yeah. Do you guys have any other Sea of Thieves shenanigans to share? before we
Well,
move?
I do love that you can get pineapples.
Oh, they're
That's
so
a thing now. Very excited about that. And mangoes. Bring me a mango. I can hand you a mango.
And also
No.
coconuts.
The
Mhm.
coconuts.
Your bare teeth.
Coconuts are interesting because you eat them just like you would an almond,
Yes.
like a savage. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
bloody.
that, but yeah,
There's also shark
that's why
meat.
pirates don't have teeth.
That's-
And if you eat the shark meat without cooking it, your character gets sick.
yeah, and throws
You
up
get
in my face.
dysentery.
Yes.
Shalene was throwing up all over the ship. Also, a new thing that I noticed is that the cog thing for the anchor,
Yeah.
it breaks now,
Mhm.
and you have to repair it. So that was really cool.
And also if you notice you literally replace one of those, things with a plank of wood, and then
Mhm.
also if your steering wheel gets broken, I know that's not the right name, but if the steering wheel gets broken, you have to repair that too, or else you can't turn as fast.
Huh.
So you have to. It's just like a plank, like on your. You have like a
Yeah, you
really
just, like,
thick
stick it
gold
in like a-
steering wheel. It's like thunk. And then if your masts can fall over too now,
That's so
Ah.
great.
and then if you repair your masts, it has a bunch of planks like holding the thing up. So yeah,
I still want to try the battle mode. I wonder how fun that would be.
Sea of Thieves
We
is
would
just
get-
so
Though,
great.
though, judging by how Sea of Thieves actually is, we would probably go into
No.
it and there would be no one there.
Yeah, that
to
would
battle.
be our luck.
So, yeah.
I also spent
fun,
some
though.
time with my Switch over the last week. I checked out a new game called Cadence of Hyrule. And Cadence of Hyrule is a Zelda spin-off. It's made by the team who made Crypt of the Necrodancer. And Crypt of the Necrodancer is kind of a roguelike rhythm game. It's not something that I was personally interested in, but skinned with Legend of Zelda, that was enough to make me interested. So I picked up Cadence of Hyrule, and you open the game playing as who I presume is the main character from Crypt of the Necrodancer, and it's really interesting. this game. It's so interesting. It's simultaneously a top-down Zelda game, a rhythm game, and a puzzle game. You're doing all these things at the same time. It's fantastic. And you get through the tutorial as this character, and then you get to choose to play as Link or as Zelda. And I was really excited to be able to play the game as Zelda. So, of course, I chose Zelda and launched off into Hyrule Field. And I want to love this game, you guys. I really do. It's a very special game. The music remixes are fantastic. They're really, really good music remixes of past songs in the Zelda soundtrack. The sprites are fantastic. I want to love this game, but the thing is, my rhythm is so bad that I can't succeed. The enemies, they dance in time to the music, and they repeat patterns, and you have to also move in time to the music to do successful attacks. And my sense of rhythm is just terrible. It's terrible. And I have a really hard time succeeding at this game. So while I recommend it, I know I'm never going to finish Cadence of Hyrule. So, but I do recommend it. It's a very special game. I also played Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is a total throwback to some of the older Nintendo-style games that have you replaying levels for different collectibles and different goals and finding hidden secrets. And it's adorable. It's a cute little platforming puzzle game. I really enjoy Captain Toad. Highly recommend that one. And of course, Pocket Camp is always a part of my life, right? Pocket Camp. It wouldn't be a Gamestack if I didn't bring up Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, would it? But I just wanted to mention, they've got this event going on now. It's a garden event. For those of you who aren't familiar, you grow flowers. The flowers attract creatures. You catch the creatures. And you are rewarded with furniture and stuff. And the furniture has been beachy and beachy clothes. There's a nice like straw hat and great big white sunglasses. It's very fabulous and summery and beachy. And one of the items is a little drink, like a goblet with some fancy colored liquid with fruit and an umbrella. You know, it's plainly a lovely tropical cocktail, but it's called Vacation Juice because Nintendo. It's called Vacation Juice.
Huh.
So I just thought that was pretty dang precious, and henceforth all cocktails shall be known as Vacation Juice. That's my gameplay. Thunder, what have you been doing?
Vacation juice. Wow, that's great. I want some vacation juice.
Sounds delicious.
I didn't get around to playing much this week. Life is pretty busy. 4 Mile and I built a tree house in Ark, and it is possibly one of my most glorious creations in Ark thus far. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms, and in celebration of Pride Month, we took all of the garden lights of all different colors and we put them along a very long path, and so at night the whole thing glows rainbows.
Aw,
And it leads straight into the tiki bar that we built, where we have a Sasquatch and his name is Sam, and he gives you vacation juice, and everything is right with the world. It's so good. We also got back to traveling by land rather than flight, and man, that's how you got to play Ark, is on land. Going across the land on dinos, or animals or whatever, you really get a sense of how beautiful the map is and how much work the devs have put into creating the map, and everything wants to attack and kill you, and it's so exciting. And you find new things, and it's just trying to survive, and it's so much fun. That's kind of all that I played. I tried to play some Fallout with you, Shalene.
Mm-hmm.
We played some Fallout. That was fun. We did a couple daily quests, and we continued on with our tadpole challenges.
That was fun.
Still
Yeah,
not
that was great.
done that yet. I also did some IRL Fallout things. I finished my cookbook challenge for the next episode of that Fallout show, so I will share that with you guys next Friday. Very excited about that. Um, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Haven't had much time.
Fantastic. Well,
Nice.
thank you for sharing. I really
Mhm.
enjoy this segment of the show, talking about the games we're playing. It's one of my favorite parts of what we do here at Gamestack. But that's not it. That's not the end of the show. We also have some listener emails. And who wants to take the first one?
I'll take this one since I've actually played the game he's asking us about. So, Kevin writes, so I've played Deceso a few years, but it's been losing my attention lately. I played Fallout 76 while it was free and had every intention of buying it after the trial. But when I went to the PS store, I had seen something I totally not expecting, DayZ. I've heard of this game on PC for years, but being a console player, never thought much about it since I figured it would never come to console. Well, I love this game. If you've never played, here's a rundown. It is brutal and unforgiving. Be ready to die a lot. You must eat and drink to stay alive, stay warm and dry, or die from exposure. Watch for people who can be more deadly than the zombies. Best bet for survival is get good at hiding or play with the group. The realism is great, so you can totally take a 1v4 fight and come out on top if you're a better shot. Shots to vital spots can be instant death. There are no respawns. Dead is dead. You can pass out and be revived, but if not quick enough, you will bleed out. And death means you respawn as a new tune with little gear, a rock, a soda, a fruit, and a flare. There is no light pollution in this world, so nights get pitch black. So if you're not going to server hop and find a light source ASAP or make a campfire, if you find everything you need to make a fire. So I'll stop here. This is long enough. I could go on about how great this game is, but if you try it, I don't want to ruin all the fun. So, have you guys ever played? I mean, Ark's kind of a hardcore survival, but have you ever played like an actual public hardcore survival, like Vendor? Have you played Ark with actual people,
What do you mean?
like people you didn't know on a non-private server?
No, I don't like people.
I
So
played
no.
Rust for a couple of weeks, and it was amazing. It was astonishing.
Yeah, Rust was my first exposure to sort of that PvP realm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty interesting. I was immediately disappointed when all of my hours of work that went into building our base was destroyed in about 5 seconds. And then I decided that PvP will never be a part of my life. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So me and a bunch of guys used to play DayZ and WarZ and Infestation and all these like iffy zombie games that came out a while ago where you had to like eat and drink and survive and people were harder than zombies, you know, like that whole chestnut. And I was evil in that game, me and another guy were, hanging out, and we were coming up on this town, and we see a guy running around. So we're like, let's go, see what this guy's about. So we get down in the town, and he's like, he sees us, and he stops, or he's in the middle of the street. He's beating down zombies with something, and I pull out my pistol, and I shoot a couple of zombies dead around him, and then I put my gun away, and hey, friendly, and I'm like, hey, friendly. And you want to trade? Do you need anything? And he's like, yeah, I need some bandages. So I was like, okay, I'll give you some bandages. And I walk up and I dropped them on the ground. I was like, what do you have? And he's like, well, I just have ammo, but I need it. And I was like, all right, that's fine. And he like picks up the bandages, and I see him start to like go in his inventories. I pull out my M16 and waste him. And then like take my bandages back and his ammo. And my friend was like, what did you do that for? And I was like, I don't know. He could have had some other friends around or something, so I just wasted him and didn't take a chance. But yeah, I mean, it's brutal. I mean, it's many a time when me and my friends, we would like take out a whole group of zombies in a town and start looting the town because we'd just taken the zombies out. Only to like, as soon as we were done clearing the town, and we would get ambushed by other players to just take the free loot, basically. So it is not a very easy or lighthearted game. It's how I thought Fallout 76 would be. Like when you see someone, you're like, get down. You know, like PUBG. You know, like, oh, there's somebody.
Someone there.
Shh, I hear footsteps. So that's how it was. That's how I was playing those games, and I thought that Fallout 76 was going to be like that. I mean, you can get vehicles in these games now. And buddies of ours were like, well, let's go up north and start a base. So we drive our Jeep all the way up north into the woods, and we start building a base, and I go to like move the Jeep, and it hits a bush, and then just goes boom, right on top of its head, like it just flips over like 180 as I tap a bush with a Jeep, which was totally a glitch. And so all the guys here is from behind, they hear this, and they're like, what was that explosion? I was like, it wasn't the Jeep. Like, we had to walk, like, we were so far north that it would take us like hours to walk back down to our main base with all of our ammo and all of our food. And I just stranded us. And like, and they're like, nice.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I hit a rock and it flipped over and just, it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the last episode of that Follow show, somebody had wrote in and talked about not fast traveling to get the full user experience, and I commented on how I had done that in Fallout New Vegas, and I think that's a big part of the reason why I love Fallout New Vegas so much out of any other of the Fallout games, because I actually really experienced it to its fullest.
Yeah.
So when you say like we had to walk hours back to our base with all of our gear, it's like that. I hate that, but I also love it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's like full immersion. It's not like you can just like pull up a menu and quickly move from one place to the next. So
I absolutely agree with you. It is something
Yeah.
beautiful about it, but it's definitely like a mindset you have to have when you go into it. Like, I can't just sit down and play this game quickly. I need to sit down and, like, focus.
yeah, we're spoiled. I think we've gotten a little spoiled in the last
absolutely.
decade. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Fun.
Thunder, do you want to take the next email?
Sure. Tibor writes, "Hi guys, hope you're doing great. Sending this just for the sake of having emails. Love the E3 coverage, streams, the guest, and every little story that Shalene had from E3. But seriously, challenge for you. All three of you have to go next year. Number one, it will be fun for you and us as well. Number two, bit sad that the only people Shalene knew at the conference were Todd and Keanu." Yes, she knows them. Idea: do you guys want to distribute digital stickers as well, which people could just put on the profile images or anywhere to spread the word? It would be cool. On a healthy note for all, it is summer, double XP event when you go outside. From over the pond, Tibor, RTZ13.
I like the double XP outside.
That was
thing.
really funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'm excited for E3 next year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think Shalene doesn't need anyone to have fun. She can totally amuse herself in her own world. And she shares all of those stories, as we have learned.
I
through
had a
her
grand
experiences at
experience,
E3,
but it
so,
would be much grander with you guys there too.
Yeah.
Well-
And those bikini girls. I mean, honestly.
I mean, but that interests one of us.
Yeah.
Barely one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the flashiness.
It was a little much. Those
Flashing?
energy girls, those energy drink girls, man. And it was funny because there was like they would do dance routines every little bit, and they'd all jump out, and there were a couple of male dancers among them as well. But the guys had like pants and hoodies and hats and like.
Oh, so there was
It's
no
so
exposure.
unfair. It's
Ah. Yeah. Well, I mean, there you are. There we are then.
there was no balance. There was no balance.
I
like the
actually
idea.
really enjoy. I would have really enjoyed to see like one of them wipe out or something.
Actually, the girl who was doing the handstand splits, when I got there, she was turning like a cartwheel, and she totally biffed it. So that
Yes.
was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
to imagine it was a solitary a sneaker squeak from slipping on like the energy drinks. Like,
And they
Just
were
like
so
here.
aggressive handing out the energy drinks. You know, I'm just
Well,
like
because
trying
they're
to
hopped
get
up
to
on
my
energy
next,
drinks, of
trying
course.
to get to my next appointment. I'm walking through. I'm wearing like a librarian dress. Like I plainly don't look like their target audience, right? And these girls just like jump out and grab my arm, and they're like, "Do you want some Bang energy drink?" And I'm like, "No."
I would have been like, oh, I have a pacemaker.
Did you
They would have
say
been like,
Bing?
oh,
Did you say Bing like in the
Bang.
search engine?
Like
Oh,
bang, bang.
bang.
Yeah.
Bang.
Bang.
Bing, like Chandler Bing.
Yeah.
My Bingaling, my Bingaling.
It was a disaster.
Sorry.
So, I absolutely am looking forward to all of us going, and even though I did enjoy, lunch with Todd and Keanu, that was fun. Getting to hang out with my old friends, Todd
You
and
would have
Keanu.
died.
For our audio listeners, I am so excited that I've already started sending Rick and Shalene places that we can stay.
Yep.
I'm like, guys, what do you think of this 2-story studio? Like, look at it. It's so nice.
We're gonna
There's
get,
a
like,
gas
real estate-
range.
We're gonna get like real estate listings. For
This
places,
is
Except you'll
amazing.
never move down.
This is so amazing.
I live my most fabulous life in California. Every time I go, we stay in like these wonderful homes that are just like there's pools and it's beautiful and
I just
yeah.
want
And
to
then I come back
close
to
the
my drab, dreary
conference.
life of living in the hood with trash everywhere.
You'll never defect.
No, no.
Maybe an expat. That's
Story for another day.
I do like the idea of releasing some high res images of our logos so that people can use them as avatars and whatnot. I think that's a good idea. So maybe we'll do that in the future. I don't know. We haven't talked.
But you
about
can't
it.
put it on pillows and
Yes,
sell
you
it
can't
online.
Sell it. No selling.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yes, if we haven't even monetized the podcast, you don't get to monetize the podcast, listener.
We sell our own bathwater, okay?
with our logos.
With our logos on it. Wow, I can't believe that was a thing. Man, what a... Oh,
You know what else was a thing? This episode of Gamestack podcast. And unless you guys have anything else, I think we're ready to put a pin in it. Yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna
yeah,
put
nail in
Let's
that
shall.
coffin.
So, don't forget to join us next week for a new fabulous episode of That Fallout Show. I can't wait to hear all about Vendertron's cooking shenanigans and also to dive into the latest Fallout 76 updates. And we're bringing back Days of Our Life is Strange. Life is Strange 2 has had a new episode for a couple of months that we haven't had the chance to play. So we're going to play that at 2 p.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. Very excited for that. Rick, are we doing any survival horror this weekend or no?
I
We should have talked about
absolutely
this
have the ability
before.
to do that.
We should have talked about this before the podcast, probably.
Well,
So that we could
let's
set a
figure it out.
time. But there'll probably be some survival horror this weekend as well. So check that out. Keep
Why
an
don't
eye on
maybe
our...
you guys should do like back to back or something.
That
What are
would
you
be
talking about back to
interesting.
back?
Well, Days of Our Life is Strange is also on Sunday.
Oh, that's right. You guys are doing that this Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
So, just
Maybe
saying.
we could do a survival horror Saturday instead. It could work.
Yeah, get out of my kitchen, Rick. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyways, keep an eye on the social media for our stream information. Find us on Twitter to check out that stream information. We Just Love Games. I'm Shalene L, SHALINEL. Rick is Rick McVick, and Vendertron is Vendertron N. You can email us just like Kevin and Tibor did at info@wejustlovegames.com. info@wejustlovegames.com. We love reading your emails. It's probably my favorite thing about doing this show. So please send us some emails, anecdotes about your own favorite games, recommendations of things for us to play, salsa recipes, copies of your third grade report card.
Salsa
All of those
dances.
things are things that we will enjoy. Facebook.com/WeJustLoveGames and Facebook.com/groups/WeJustLoveGames. Discord, you can find that Discord link here on our Twitch page. It's on our Twitter page. Or you can send any of us a message on any social media platform. We'll get you an invite to the Discord server. Discord has proven to be a wonderful tool in terms of binding the community together. I'm so proud of what our Discord server has evolved into, and I would love to see more people join this community and make friends and have lovely conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We record.
It's easy.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's easy to say that the Discordians are the bubbles to our bathwater.
We record the show live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/We Just Love Games, twitch.tv/We Just Love Games. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher Radio, Spotify. Is that what it's called? I'm too old. I don't use it.
Yes,
Spotify. Wherever fine podcasts are given away. Like, subscribe, review the show. Thanks for listening. Vendertron, do you have a last word?
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Rub dub, just relaxing in the tub. Thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub, I put my feet on the floor. I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door. And I was splish splash. I jumped back in the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? I was a splishing and a splashing, moving and a grooving. Okay, that's the segue out. You can end the show now. That's good.